the ingredients, the basic ingredients for a ravioli paste. Because ravioli is very easy to make at home, of course, cost a fraction of what it does if you go and buy it in shops. I've got 8 ounces of flour and 2 ounces of butter. I've rubbed the two together, and then all I use apart from that is just cold water. While I'm mixing it together, Simon's coming in, and he's going to put one by one in this bowl and blend the ingredients that we need for the ravioli filling, one of many. First of all, 6 ounces of cooked minced meat goes in, and then 2 ounces of cooked sieve brains. Now, if you think those are too extravagant, this is a classic, of course. The Italian recipe is used by serious Italian cooks. To vary it, you can add cream cheese instead, cream cheese which is either the ricotta, which is the Italian one, or any other that you like. Now, on top of that, we add 6 ounces of cooked sieve spinach. And when you can't obtain fresh spinach, it is permissible for you to use a canned one, and you'll naturally sieve it. Then the equivalent altogether to about 2 flat dessert spoonfuls of finely grated carrots or onions. In this case, we're using the carrots. And the main thing to remember there is that you give them about 3 or 4 minutes cooking with a tiny nut of butter, which we've done already. Then an egg. So you break it with one hand, and then the 2 ounces of Parmesan cheese. And there really isn't any substitute for that, except the very stablest mustard. And some of the most important Italian herb, basil, which I shall have more to say about later, grated nutmeg, which is also classic, and of course a seasoning of salt and pepper. And then Simon goes on and works those up to a smooth paste for me so that I can use that paste to fill the ravioli. Here is the dough ready. At this point, may I remind you that this is the one exception that you're ever likely to see from me to the rule that pastes for pastry of all descriptions are made on a cold surface and never in a bowl. In this case, you do rub the butter in mix. Now there's the dough, no longer, not yet finished, because you then have to knead it. And you knead it for about 3 or 4 minutes, which we shan't be doing, lest you should all drop off asleep. But when you are kneading, you do use the heel of your hand, that's that fat flat part there by the thumb, and you work it down. You don't pick at it with the tips of your fingers. And I'll go on doing that simply until Simon says to me that he's satisfied that the mixture is well blended and the right consistency for making the ravioli. Now, you know what the ravioli are, don't you? The little squares that you end up with before you cook of pasta, which enclose fillings. This is, I say, the classic one, but you can use much simpler ones, and for the meat that Simon's used, you can use any leftovers. You ready now? Yeah. Good. Well, then I shall leave that to you to finish on the table and hold the icing bag for you to fill. This is an ordinary nylon icing bag, such as you've seen us use many times. In goes the filling, and you can give it all in because I don't use quite all that, you can see. That's right, put it in the fridge. And then we work it down until we come to the pipe, which is a 1/4 inch writing pipe. I'll show you that before we go in. There's your 1/4 inch writing pipe. We leave that paste for Simon to finish, and then he puts it in mild refrigeration for half an hour, or he can leave it there for 24 hours. We can't work until it's settled for at least half. There was another one waiting for us at another table.